Welcome to Head to Dead, where we take two similar horror movies, compare them to find out who comes out ahead and who winds up dead. I'm Edge.
I'm a heretical. I'm heretical.
And this week we're doing Anaconda versus
Lake Placid.
Let's do it.
Alright. Let's take a swim with Lake Placid. After a mysterious death at a lake in Maine, a big city paleontologist is sent to investigate and discovers a very large reptile ready to devour everything in its way. Alright, Ash, what do you think of Lake Placid?
Lake Placid is actually one of my favorite big animal movies.
Really?
Out of all of them, yeah.
Is that because of Betty White?
It's not particularly because of Betty White. Betty White's fine. She does fine in the movie. She peaked in Golden Girls. Back on topic. The movie is just fun all the way around. It is funny. It is suspenseful. It is downright scary in some places. Like when he is in the water with the croc, and it's just like nosing up to him. That scares me to this day.
You're talking about the guy that swims with crocodiles.
Yes, the Crazy Rich Man.
Yeah, Crazy Rich Man. Of course they have to have one of those. He just randomly shows up in the millions of
With
people they kept introducing.
Awesome helicopter.
It was a cool helicopter.
Yeah.
It was a reptile painted helicopter.
It was amazing.
It was cool. But I'm not with this guy. I love Betty White a lot.
I didn't say I don't love Betty White. Don't like the internet's gonna kill me. Don't tell me.
Oh, that's true.
She's fine.
She was 77 when she filmed this. I just want y'all to know
now.
she was not 77 now.
I'm 77 now.
You're 77
Yeah.
now? No way. Oh shit.
Yeah, no, Betty White's fine. Hold on, don't
Okay.
kill me.
Okay. Not
It's
killing.
just like, dang, everyone always talks about Betty White when they talk about this movie.
Mhm.
I actually like the movie. I like Betty White's part.
I think it's just because Betty White's more memorable.
I killed my husband. Funny. You
Well,
know.
if I had a dick, this is where I'd tell you to
Yeah,
suck it.
funny lines, but listen, the whole movie deserves more appreciation. It's fun. It's a funny movie. It's smart. It's smart as a whip. And I love how they got the fish out of water type situation with the big city paleontologist coming in, and
I disliked her a lot.
you disliked her?
I did not.
Even at the end?
Oh my! Even at the end,
She grew on me.
the whole movie, I was like, "Boy, get this lady out of
Cut
here!"
her a break. She
I
just
can't.
her man just cheated on her too.
I get that, but she kept flip flopping between oh my god, I hate the woods, to as soon as somebody's like, well, we could take you home, she goes, I'm not a weak woman.
Yeah.
Don't tell me that. So I was like,
She was kind of dick.
I get it.
At the beginning too.
I get it, but she was very annoying. So I did not like Kelly. So sorry.
Hey,
And she fell out of everything she ever rode in.
that's true. That's a whole running bit.
She got in the back of a truck, fell out. Got in a boat, fell out. Got in the boat again, fell out. I was like, this freaking lady cannot stay in anything. Just leave her in a seatbelt in the truck. Something.
Let's talk about the best part of the movie, which is clearly the dynamic between the one sheriff guy
Yeah.
and the rich guy. Their dynamic. He hated that guy. He hated him. He kept falling into the traps and stuff. I was rolling the whole time with those two.
In one scene, he was like, I'm not going to hurt you. And then he goes, just let me down. So then as soon as he gets down, they're like, I thought you said he wasn't going to hurt you. I lied. And it immediately chases him.
I would watch a show with those two. I don't know.
They had good dynamic for sure. Their dialogue was definitely very funny, aside from Betty White's funny dialogue.
Betty White's hilarious.
Yeah,
She's
she's so funny. She is a god. But just, I will say though, the rich guy was insane. Who actually wants to swim with these
Why
beasts?
can't I remember his name? I'm blinking on his name.
He literally repeats it. He's like,
Yeah.
it's Harold or something.
I don't think it's
Yeah,
Harold.
I don't
Watch
know.
it be Harold, exactly.
I don't know. It might be, but we'll have to check our notes later.
Yeah.
But he literally repeats it, and he's like, "Get it through your head. It's blah blah blah."
We didn't get it through our heads.
We didn't.
Obviously.
He didn't repeat it enough. I remember Kelly because she annoyed me. So there's
I always remember the things I hate.
that way I know to stay away from them. Also, who's allergic to timber?
Yeah. Oh my god, and her with the bug spray.
Oh,
Just
my gosh. But so all together though, it's your favorite film. It's one of your favorites.
No, I didn't say my favorite.
One of your favorite
One
big
of my
animal films.
one of my favorite big animal films. There's others I like more. However, it is solid as a rock. It holds up because I watched it when it came out. Holds up, dude. So much fun. If you want to see a big old practical effect alligator or crocodile stuck inside of the chassis of a helicopter, where else are you going to go besides Lake Placid? Thank you for using practical effects, people. Bring them back.
They were very good. I do agree with that.
Really
the effects were really good.
CGI not even bad, but practical effects,
The little bit of CGI they did use wasn't that.
because they used it sparingly.
Yeah, but as soon as they brought in the actually made crocodile,
Oh yeah,
it was pretty good.
the scene of him on the back of that flatbed truck at the end. I just put me in that mindset of being like a kid in the backseat of a car and driving by that.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah,
That'd be so wild. Just to look over and see, holy crap, that's a dinosaur.
and it makes you
That's
think.
a dinosaur.
These movies are great because they make you think like there's probably monsters like that out there. You know, in these isolated
And
places.
we just haven't
like,
found them yet.
really cool. I can't recommend it enough. I think it's great. If you're a Betty White fan, hey, guess what? Betty White's great. Mwah, wonderful. She does good. Her dialogue is funny. The whole bit of her being basically the mama crocodile.
Yeah.
She's feeding these little boys.
And there's
great.
even a Twinkie product placement.
But don't just love the meme, guys.
Don't love the
the
meme.
rest of the movie is good too.
Enjoy the whole 90 minutes.
Rest in peace, Betty White. Love you. You're champion. Golden Girls, the best. Just finished it again on streaming, so
That'll be a story for a different time.
yeah. We're going to do all of Golden Girls versus all of Frasier.
Oh, God.
Ooh, I know who's winning that, but that's never going to happen.
Yeah, it was a good film.
Yeah, great. Slithering in to Anaconda, a filmmaker and her crew travel to the Amazon to find a forgotten tribe. When they happen upon a stranded snake hunter, they're tricked into hunting a monster worth a fortune. So, did Anaconda constrict you?
You know what, man? I gotta tell you, Anaconda was a fine film. Okay, it came out in '97, and I think strictly that alone was the reason why we had such an all-star cast.
What a weird situation going on with the cast. I've never again will you see Owen Wilson, Jennifer Lopez, and Ice Cube in the same freaking movie.
Owen Wilson before the wow.
Oh,
meme.
wow.
Like that whole thing. Owen Wilson was a horned dog, by the way.
Yeah, he's a sex pervert. This one.
The moment he
One
was
of our
on
favorite
screen,
types of characters, the old sex pervert.
But-
That and sex scientists.
But also, back in '97, Owen Wilson looked exactly the way he does now. He's got the long, wavy
He's immortal.
blonde hair. Dude's got a broke ass nose still. Like he's a god of
hey,
some
don't
sort.
fuck with him and his broken nose.
I
I'm
will
part of the
say-
broken nose crew. That shit sucks.
I will say, when the movie started, I was gonna make a note about how fat this lady's booty was, and then I went, "That's Jennifer Lopez. Of course she has a fat
Oh,
booty."
the younger audience doesn't know that J-Lo used to be the booty queen. Like, we didn't have Kim K's. We didn't have Nicki Minaj's. We had J-Lo. J-Lo was on top.
She had the ultimate booty,
She
and it was real. It was
She
real.
was the best we had, and we worked with it. But no,
Is it real now? Don't know.
back
But it was real then.
to Anaconda.
Okay.
Remember when I
My
said,
Anaconda.
like the song. Remember when I said that Lake Placid's one of my favorite big animal movies?
Yeah.
Anaconda is my big
It
animal
is
movie.
number one.
That is number
That's
one.
number one.
They got snakes out here this big.
They got snakes out there bigger.
But that's true. He unrolls that thing. And
Yeah.
he's like, they got snakes out here this big. No, this is from last year.
Dude, I will say the dialogue in Anaconda was very good too. Like the host guy that was like, turn the music off or I'll get somebody to kill you and like get somebody to pay me to kill you or whatever.
Mhm.
And then Ice Cube just looks at him and goes, "I'll kill you for free right now." And that guy was like,
Ice Cube's great at that.
"Okay, but you in what army?" And Ice Cube just looks at him like, "Back the fuck up." It's weird, but I have a feeling Ice Cube might kill that guy. It might be his
That's
gang
another
background.
thing. We want
but
to talk about people not knowing things. Like, people don't know how Ice Cube used to be. They don't know the old Ice Cube. Yeah.
Ice Cube, part of NWA,
Yeah.
coming from a straight up gang background in
Yeah.
California. Just a crazy all around dude. He will mess you up.
Yeah.
Him and his whole crew. But this movie's making us get off
it's
topic.
nostalgia, dude. It's like, because, but I love Anaconda so much. I love the snake so much. The practical snake, when he busts his head through that door, that when he's like looking around, like he's so intense, and he makes that dreadful shrieking noise, like it's terrifying. If snakes made that noise, they would be so much more scary than they are.
For sure. This movie was titled as a thriller. It sure was a thriller.
Oh,
it was exciting. And could you imagine seeing it in theaters? To like, if it just came out, like it would
with modern effects. When the guy's jumping off and he jumps up and curls him around.
Yeah.
Up that, amazing. And slams into the water. There is so many cool things in Anaconda. Like if I tell you to watch Lake Placid, I double, triple tell you to go watch Anaconda because it is a thrill ride.
It is quite crazy how many loops that they actually go through. There is one guy that just gets a wasp down his throat.
Yeah,
and
they were like, we need to incapacitate this man, and we do not know how to make the snake do it without just destroying him.
A deadly wasp in the throat, and then he
Oh.
takes a pin. He does a
Tracheotomy,
tracheotomy
yes.
right into his neck with a pin.
Which, guys, if you ever need to do a tracheotomy, not that I'm condoning it, but if you ever do, remember, you want to feel for the soft part right above the collarbone.
And then stab it.
Yes. But back on topic, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of the practical effects, the snake was made of a lot of metal and wires. And
Yeah, you were telling me this story.
yeah, so the snake was made of a lot of metal and wires, and then they put just thick rubber around it. And going in and out of the water, it weighed about a ton. And Jennifer Lopez was running away from it, and it malfunctioned and started attacking her. So she almost died making this film because it started to legitimately fall on her.
You said they kept a lot of it in film
They
because it looked so convincing.
Yeah, apparently because of the way it was malfunctioning, the way its movements turned, it became more realistic. So they kept a lot of it in the film.
In case you guys didn't know, the dynamic here is usually to keep two different separate views. He does a lot of the background research, and I tend to try to just watch the films as is. So it's always interesting because Heretical always brings new things that I was not aware of for the film. So
That being said, I am not always 100% correct.
well, they'll find that out.
So,
well, at this point,
like,
they already have.
I hear things and then I Google like shortly and I go, oh yeah, that makes sense. And then it turns
You
out
sound like Owen Wilson.
wow. but yeah, altogether though, I had a lot of fun with this film.
Oh man, yeah.
Watching it again because I haven't seen it in a long time. I actually did enjoy it. I laughed at a couple parts.
Mhm.
I was stressed out in a couple parts. There were some questionable parts.
For me, the most questionable part is when they blow up that dam and all the snakes.
Yeah.
And this lunatic man is like, "Come on, little babies, come on, little babies," and no
He
one,
was.
and everyone at that point is like, "Wow, we have made a mistake letting
Bringing
this
this
guy
guy on
onto the
board."
boat.
Yeah.
He is crazy."
He sure was. If that wasn't enough, like that dude's insane.
I would rather encounter any man but that man in life.
That guy was nuts.
He's
Also,
scarier than the snake, and he winks. He gets eaten by the snake, and the snake regurgitates him, and he says, "Ding," and winks.
I thought that was weird. I was
That's
like, what does that have to do with anything?
He's like,
At the end of it, though, whenever the snake was on fire, I felt so bad.
such a cool looking scene, though.
Altogether, though, I had just a blast with this movie.
Yeah, you cannot go wrong with Anaconda. If
I-
you want to entertain someone, put on Anaconda.
For sure. Well, man, which one was your favorite? Since you liked both of them so much, I bet this was hard for you.
Listen, you already know.
Anaconda.
Anaconda, dude. Anaconda. It might not have Betty White, but it's got J-Lo.
J-Lo and Ice Cube and Owen Wilson and so many others.
Mhm.
The A-list.
You had me at J-Lo. I spent a lot of time with J-Lo as a young man. But no, wait, hold on. No, not that. That's not exactly what I meant.
See,
that
that's
was
exactly
part
what
of
he
it,
meant.
maybe.
That's
but
exactly what he meant. That's why he likes Anaconda so much, because of his Anaconda.
So...
That's the only reason.
But it is it's great. You cannot sit here and tell me Anaconda isn't a blast.
Okay,
They don't make movies fun like that anymore.
I get you. I understand.
Oh, here we go. You killed
But-
the snake and I hate it.
No,
Oh,
because honestly, if I was stuck in that situation
I
and I had a snake that was killing my friends and was coming at me next, and I had a gun, I'd shoot the fucker
I don't
too.
think it would hurt it.
I don't think so either. But fire and a big gun, go a
And an
long
axe.
way, and an axe and
You
a
need
pickaxe.
Ice Cube though, or you're screwed.
Yeah, if you ain't got Ice Cube,
You might as well just forget
today
it.
was not a good day. But Lake Placid.
Oh, you're wrong. I don't say
I'm
this
wrong?
a lot. I don't say this a lot, but you are wrong.
I don't think I am. I
could
them
watch
both.
I could watch Anaconda back to back.
Man,
I could put Anaconda on right now.
you know what? Now that you say something like that,
Listen, yeah.
I think I actually have seen Anaconda more than Lake Placid.
Of course you have, because who's gonna... How many times have you been flipping through the channels? TNT, you got Anaconda. You're watching it.
Snakes on a Plane and Anaconda.
Yep, every time. Look, Lake Placid is great, but Lake Placid might as well be high art compared to Anaconda, because Anaconda is like a big juicy cheeseburger. And you eat a big juicy cheeseburger way more than you go eat a steak.
That's true. Yeah, I
respect what you say. I mean,
Maybe,
I get it.
I
Different
don't know,
strokes for different folks.
now
but-
that this argument's happening, you've kind of put me back on the fence here, and now I'm having a hard time deciding
in
on
real time, man.
like if I in real time because I made my decision. I had
You were hard pressed.
I was like, man, Lake Placid because I had this and these reasons, and it was to me I felt like I was having more fun. But then now that I've actually thought back on it because of what you're saying here, did I have more fun?
I don't know.
Or
That's
did
up
I
to
have
you.
equal fun?
We didn't watch these ones together. This is on you.
No, we didn't. So I was sitting in my room, had a bowl of popcorn. Maybe you're right.
Are you losing your religion right now?
It's me in the corner.
I wasn't trying to do an RM reference or anything.
I think that is. That's so. I think this man has persuaded me.
That's a first, I think. We've never had that happen.
Yeah, I think I'm switching over to Anaconda. I think I
you know
had
what?
more fun.
It's so good, guys. Check out Anaconda.
I will say though, with that though, there were some parts I was like, why? Like, why does Owen Wilson go off to have sex with this lady every freaking
They're so
time?
unprofessional.
They're like, yeah, let's go have sex in this
Have you
jungle.
ever been to the jungle? I don't know. A lot of people haven't, but if you've ever been to the jungle, you ain't wanting to do anything in the jungle because it's
so hot.
so hot,
and there's so many bugs,
and so humid, and you're so wet all the time. And the jungle sucks. If you want to have sex in the jungle, then you deserve the death sentence. That's as far as I'm concerned.
That's a little rough, but yeah, I just didn't understand it because speaking of that though, that is something I thought about when like Ice Cube walked around the corner and they were talking about just being in the jungle to begin
He's
with.
the only one who takes it seriously.
Well, I was also looking around and I was like, none of them are sweaty because I've watched a lot of documentaries and like stuff on like Nat Geo.
You
and stuff
can't
like
not
that.
sweat.
Yeah, how are they not sweaty as hell?
Oh,
if
man.
you are in the Amazon, how are you just? Is
You
your
melt.
boat?
You melt in the jungle.
So it was blowing my mind, but I can't.
That's movie magic.
I
That's
can't
more
believe
impressive
you're
than
making me
Smith.
betray Betty White.
You're not betraying Betty White, okay? Betty White
My heart.
is looking down on you, and she's agreeing because she says, "I made a really cool movie, but you know what? It's okay to really."
And there was even a cool plot twist at the end of like.
Oh, it's so cute when she's dipping her little
When
toes in
she's
there
like,
and she's
"Come here,
feeding them
little
the bread and
babies.
stuff. That is
Bite
so
my
cute.
bones.
I love that. She is just out there causing an ecological disaster.
But yeah, I think I'm in agreement with you now. I'm changing my vote.
Wow.
Because,
That's a head-to-head first.
because these are valid points you've made.
I love it.
And looking back, I think I did have more fun with it.
I will defend Anaconda feverishly.
I know you will because of J-Lo's butt.
No, it's not only that. But yes, that is a big, important factor. We love J-Lo. Look, J-Lo's going to be looking good, too. Have you seen J-Lo?
Another thing, though. That guy, the snake wrangler.
Yeah. He's so creepy.
Yeah,
That is one of my top 10 creepiest dudes in all of movies. Not just horror movies. Like, he's terrifying to me. He keeps calling that girl, he's like, baby bird.
Yeah,
Like,
why does he keep doing
Hello,
that?
baby bird.
And then there was a
Didn't
scene.
he like choke him with his legs? He's like,
Oh,
go to sleep,
speaking
baby
of-
bird.
Why
Oh my
the hell
God.
did they tie this man up? And then it was so loose
He got out
that he
immediately.
could jump up and wrap his
killed her.
thighs around a lady
Killed her.
and choke her the fuck out with his thighs.
Baby bird, he killed baby bird.
So that was insane. And then she,
And he kicked her off
He just kicks her into the
unceremoniously into the water. Yeah.
I was like, this guy's insane. And then obviously he's insane, but
He's so scary. He's really good in that.
I didn't like his accent though. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's real or not.
I don't know if
honestly.
that's his
I
real
don't
accent
either.
or not.
I've never seen him in anything else.
But I don't think it is. I don't think that's his real accent.
We're gonna look into it.
I was getting very much that.
We will not do a follow up because we never do.
Oh, hi, Mark.
But
yeah, we
will look into it. We just won't. You'll never know because we're incompetent.
We'll be filming this video next week, and it'll never.
We'll bring it up or something, and after everyone forgets.
Oh, hey, that guy's a different guy.
Oh, I think that was Tommy Wiseau.
Oh, Wiseau. Yeah. But Anaconda was crazy. That guy was insane. The A-list class, like, of people, of stars.
Yeah.
Although I did chuckle a lot.
You put Betty White in there.
I chuckled a lot at Lake Placid. That lady falling out of the boat that many times was just so stupid.
Neither one of these is bad. It's a real Sophie's choice because these are both great.
Also, whenever you're you're stressed out at the beginning, whenever she found out that her boyfriend was leaving her for her coworker.
Man.
By the way, she was dating her boss, and her boss cheated on her with a coworker and
in
said,
her office relationship.
"Hey, we gotta let you go."
We had to cut ours off.
She went into the room and started. I did. She went into the room. I'm trying not to lose this thought, and she started doing this fast breathing meditation or heavy breathing meditation.
Uh-huh.
I've never heard of that before, and I was like, "That sounds insane."
She's doing Lamaze, is what that is.
Well, I think that's what that lady said that
he
cheated on her with. Was like, "You're not pregnant or anything," and she was like,
I forgot about that.
Also, how weird would it be if the girl walks in that your partner was with,
she's like,
and is like, "I'm trying to help you."
Ooh, don't touch me for starters. Like, I'm gonna kill you. Yeah.
Yeah, that lady, as angry as she was in the whole film, she did not fight that lady, and I felt like she needed to.
True, you know what? And she kind of took it out on the locals, though, didn't she? She got there and she was just being.
She said, "This small town piece of shit town that has timber. I'm allergic to timber."
Oh my god!
And she just shit on everybody there, and then she fell in love with the sheriff.
Oh, so cute.
Or not the sheriff, the game warden.
Yeah, the sheriff was the comedy relief, and he was great.
They introduced a lot of characters in that movie too.
Yeah, he was very character heavy. That's true. So, Anaconda is isolated. You got that cast of people.
Yeah, they're like, we're going on this trip to find this lost culture, and then we have the snake guy, the creepy snake guy.
But let's just lay it down on the line here.
I've changed my answer. I agree with you. Anaconda, I would watch it again.
Awesome.
You've heard our opinions. Now we want to hear yours. Which movie do you like better down below in the comments? Also, if you have any recommendations, let us know that too. Next week, we'll be covering Maximum Overdrive versus
Rubber.